Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Hunter. Hunter, we're on episode 19, and in the last episode we finished off the fourth phase, and only 9 have gotten through. Of course, our group of 4, Hisoka got through, Ninja guy got through, Gitoraka, that fucking weird fucking pin guy that they can morph into different people apparently, Pockle, the bow and arrow guy, and there's one more. Oh yeah, the old guy with the tash, right? That guy. So yeah, those 9 are through. We also had interviews last episode as well, which I guess determined what they were doing in the final phase, which is apparently a bracket that fucking what's his name? It's not the chief or something, is it? I can't even remember. I don't even know what episode he turned up in either. Oh, you know the guy, the fucking old guy or whatever, right? He's in charge of this year's examination. Chief examiner, whatever the fuck. So yeah, so he's made some brackets for the final phase. I'm still not entirely sure, though. I think it's got to do with like each of the remaining examinees are going up against one of the examiners, because there's 9 examiners, right? So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, there's nothing else to really talk about, so we're just going to get into episode 19 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, very interesting episode, because we've got to look at more like of the... I feel like we've gotten an insight into some characters that I don't think we've seen before. So, Gon wanting to find his dad. I feel like him with his whole father thing, that was set up in episode 1, but I don't think it was as clear as what I first thought it was. I thought it was... When I saw Gon as that sort of... He had a weird perception about him, about like his father and whatnot, like leaving him at such an early age, and him seeing it not as like a negative, or like he never saw it as like, oh, my father leaving me or whatever. But in this fight, when he says, I need to go find my father, like it seems it's more of a case of he is desperate to find his father because he misses him in that regard. Whereas in episode 1, it was more like, oh, it must, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be great, like, to be a hunter. Like, there's got to be a reason why he did it, and that's, like, the reason why he did it. Of course, that can be a facet of it, but I think we've got a bit more into the reasons why he wants to be a hunter in the first place. Because I think in episode 1, the quote was, like, I want to experience being a hunter because it must be that good to leave your child. Whereas in this episode, it's more like he wants to go find his father as opposed to just be a hunter, right? So yeah, interesting. And then also with Killua almost seemingly seeing the world in how it's strong versus the weak, and I think that's how he sees it. So it's all about strength and power over everything else, as long as you're stronger than your opponent, which is, I think, that's Killua's flaw, right? Because as of right now, we haven't seen like him be we haven't seen him be weak, you know what I mean? Like, seemingly, it's like him and Hisoka. It's like you don't see the weak side of them, but there's definitely one there, and I think that's Killua's, right? Is him just seeing that as like, it's like looking through just a lens of like, yeah, it's just the strong are on top all the time, right? So yeah, interesting. I like the fact that Leo was getting emotional because he's the emotional one. He's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill him. But then, like, by extension, watching Kurapika get pissed off is great. I love that, because it again, like, because it's such an opposite of what Kurapika. Like, he's so calm and collected, but he has that side to go to. Like, and when he does, it's great. I love it. So yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, what we're doing is an opposite bracket. So it wasn't against the hunters themselves. It wasn't against. Oh fuck! I thought it was written in the stars. I was like, it's gotta be. It's written so perfectly that it just happens to be 9 silhouettes at the very beginning of like each episode. It's like now there's 9 people left. I was like, it can't be 1-on-1 surely, because then who's the extra one? I mean, it's still gotta be that way, right? Like, there has. Oh fucking hell! Can I bring up that bracket again? Yeah. So Killua is. Hold on. Bring this up. So Killua's the one in the middle, right? He's the one like right. He's the one that doesn't have an immediate. Oh well, I guess no, because I guess they don't. Ah right, yeah. You see, I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't exactly get a really hard look at it. What it is, yeah. So it's not like a. I mean, first of all, it's not a traditional bracket because it's not like normally you have like phases of the bracket, right? So you have the first round, and then the second round, third round, all the way up until the pinnacle, right? So the last two. But I guess because it's a loser's bracket, so to speak, it starts from sort of, I guess on the left side, yeah, it just starts from left to right and then goes up and gradually you get, yeah. Because obviously it was taking everyone's scores into account and like how many times they can lose. So apparently Hanzo is up there in the examiner's esteem, like as someone who could really be a hunter. But we haven't seen a lot of them. We've only seen him like really get through to the next rounds, you know? I haven't seen him do anything. Up until this point, we haven't really seen him do anything at all. In some aspects, he's like one of those that's come off like very, not all the like, you know, but every time you see him, like he's just got this kind of look about him, like it could be like like comedic relief. And I mean, even in this episode, there was still that at the end there, but like, it's interesting. So wait a minute, I need to fucking I don't know if we'll get to see. We do get to see like who's there, right? At some point. Yeah. So on this side, you've got this guy. I can't even remember that. I should have written them down, but we'll get them when we see them fight. There's no way Hisoka doesn't go through here. There's no way he doesn't. That being said, I think he sees something in Kurapika. There's got to be, right? There has to be. Because he has to see the potential in Kurapika. So actually, it wouldn't surprise me if Hisoka didn't basically say at the very start, "I give up," and then take out the old guy. Because I could see that being the case. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure Hisoka would be fine going up to the very last fight between the last two and just winning that, you know, because he's so confident he can beat everybody here. I would love to see him and Killua go at it, just to get a gauge of them two, like who's on top between them two, and then you've got those, yeah. So no matter what, because of Leorio, he's destined to go to the final two, which is where he'll win. I think it's got to be, right. Yeah, and then these two. All right, so Gitoraka doesn't have a good chance, but yeah, I find it funny as well how Killua was very off-put like by the fact that Gon was seemingly more like in the judge's esteem to be like a hunter more than he is. You know what I mean? He didn't really like it. So I think with him being this like of this idea that, you know, the strong are on top and whatever, that he wants to be the one on top as well. Even up against Gon, who seemingly he's gotten really friendly with. So yeah. They were scored on physical strength, mental strength, and then just overall impression. But he said that overall impression was the one that made more sense, because then it's outside of the first two. It's like the things that they do that are more akin to being a hunter. I feel like it's not as easy as just being physically strong and mentally strong, but it's got to be the things that you do in between that are very sort of out there and a bit more individual to the person, right? I think it's something like that. Like, they stick out a lot because of the stuff that they do, not because they are just physically or mentally strong. I think it's basically that's basically why Killua wasn't as high up as like Gon, for example, because he is very much reliant on the fact that he is just physically, you know, above everyone else, you know. Like I said, I think that's something that Killua as a character, like, that's something that he needs to battle against in his own mind, is like that idea that it's not just about being physically strong. So yeah, you can only make them surrender. That's fucked. That's nuts. Can't knock them out, can't kill them, can't do anything. You just have to basically go until you give them up. So yeah, Hanzo's going to go up against that Pockle, I think his name is, 53. I think he's got him easy. And then Pockle will go up against Killua, and Killua will win there. And then Pockle will go up against Gitoraka. I don't see Gitoraka losing either. I think it's going to end up being Pockle against Leorio, and Leorio's going to win. Damn, I feel bad for Pockle. He's going to lose every battle he's in, and he's oh no. That's a bit sucky, to be fair. I mean, I might be giving Leorio some. I might be giving him not enough credit. He might, because he will probably end up going up against the old guy with the Tash, and he might beat him. So who knows? It might be the two unknowns at the end. But I feel like the guy with the Tash is the most unknown. Like, he's the one that we haven't gotten anything on. I can't even remember him up until this phase. Yeah, I can't even remember him being there. So there's that. But yeah, that went in that fight for fucking 3 hours. Hanzo's much better than I thought. Well, I guess at this point I should be expecting, like, to be a hunter as a fucking big deal. Like, that's tough. So it doesn't surprise me, I guess, that, you know, like, these final remaining ones should be fucking good at it, you know? So I guess there's no weak links here, essentially. But yeah. So yeah, Hanzo said he was part of some, like, covert, like, agents. And that's why he, like, sort of, you know, that's what he grew up around. I don't know if it, like, he grew up in it, like it's part of the family or whatnot, but then in that case it's very similar to Killua in a way. So it was definitely interesting in that fight, actually getting Killua's, like, his thoughts on it throughout the whole thing, because I think there's a similar base there between him and Hanzo. But yeah, that's all I've got. So yeah, that was a really interesting episode. I can't wait for the next ones. They're going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. But that is all. So thank you for watching. In the description below, I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord. If you want any information regarding my content, you can get yourself over there and find out there. And you can also come talk to me or the community, and Patreon. So over Patreon, if you do want to support me, that would be very much appreciated. And there's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you support me with. There's early access there. You get 4 episodes of Hunt every week with that. Full length, that gives me access to my full length tier library. Everything I react to gets a full length. Exclusive tier, that is the $15 a month, gives you access to a bonus show I'm currently reacting to, which is 7 Deadly Sins. $50, that is the elite tier. If you pay $50, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It'll go at the back of the list. Ban about 7 shows. Might take me a while to get round to it, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long and you want your show to be reacted to next, and you want to get God tier, which is $100. But that is all, so thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.